Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Feed the Beast Interactions. Oh, yes. Behind us, you will witness the ring, the brain of this new operation we have here. The quest gave us 7 of these, which is absolutely marvelous. If we go here, this one gave us 7, which was so good. In fact, because we made it, we also got a new trophy. So, you know what? We should just go place that right away. Whee! Fly over here. Make sure not to go in the portal. Go down the awesome tunnel of awesomeness. To the trophy room. Fantastic. I like it. Still need to improve on this, but you know, another trophy. Very happy me. The base is coming along. We're getting closer to being able to do something inside of our area as far as ME is going. And I have cleaned up a teensy bit more. We reclaimed the corner right here. I kind of like this coke oven. I want to keep some of what we used to have. And I also realized I can put a troll up here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? He's petrified, and I think I have a few of his buddies. I learned that we could silk touch these, right? And now there's another one. So if I break this normally with a jackhammer, he'll drop cobblestone. But if I break him with just smash, 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 there is his little troll statue thing, which I think is actually pretty cool. I just can never remember where I put them. There we go. Fantastic. So let's take a moment to talk about applied energistics, ME, and what I'm going to attempt in this season. A lot of the time with ME, you're limited by these channels. So smart cables can move 8 channels, and dense cables can move 32. You can see that this one is using up 3 of 32 channels available. I believe one is this coprocessor, another one is this crafting terminal, and another is an ME drive. As far as I can tell, that, or maybe it's the mass assembler. No, because up here I think it transfers to 4. And I'm trying to do P2P, which is something that is very complicated, and you should look up a tutorial if you want someone to actually explain it well. I barely understand it, but basically what I think it means is that this tunnel is taking 32 channels and pushing it into one channel, which if I break, I don't want to break this one because this one's getting stuff from down here. This one's unlinked, so I might, let's see, can I do this without breaking it? Now these are connected systems. If I place one there, we should see only one channel now. Let's see. This guy has one channel for this and one channel for this tunnel. So I think that makes sense. That only 2 channels are being used over here, whereas over here, 1 channel are for this P2P. And this one is connected down here. See CD49 up there? This one's CD49. This one is 74. And this one is also 74. Fantastic. I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's a little bit complicated. I haven't made the attempt to make an AE bridge down here. This is a bridge pipe, AE bridge. You put them next to each other, and then suddenly you can read your logistics system with your ME. Only one little bit of an issue with that is if I take a basic logistics pipe, let's put in a request. We could always use more dense conduits. So let's make like 16 of those if we can. Fantastic. So we'll shortly be seeing stuff flowing through the system. And I want to demonstrate something with it. I'm sure momentarily. Do I have all the ingredients for it? Did it just make it? What's it making? Okay, There we go. We now have stuff flowing. See how fast that is? Now I'm going to place a logistics pipe right there, and unk, 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 error, error, error. It's still flowing. The only issue is it's very on and off, and it does that to my machines as well. It makes, I think, the entire world super laggy because both systems are trying to read it, and now look how smooth it is. So, bridge, you're not going to be a thing. You just make everything grind to a halt, and that is unacceptable. Ugh, that's very unfortunate. Very, very sad. I'm not a big fan of that. So, yeah, this is a sad thing. But going back to the ME, that's the whole channel system. We're going to use this guy to power all of the stuff in between P2P, and then he's going to handle all the stuff, basically giving my system channels for things like my ME drive to operate on. So if I take this ME drive and I put it on this guy, like right here, he'll turn on, I think, right? He'll turn on, but my system won't be able to see it because it's not on this system, it's on this system. Whereas right here, because this P2P up here is connected to that guy, this will now be readable on this crafting terminal, right? We have 37 certus in here, basically just to problem solve. And I'm going to put that over here because that is where I want to be seeing all my fantastic doohickeys. I just realized crafting should definitely be front and center. I don't know what I was thinking there. And we're going to put another smart cable right here and a pattern terminal. Beautiful. I like it. Speaking of patterns, we definitely want to make a bunch of these. And these are just with any certus. Fantastic. Iron plates, glowstone, quartz glass. And I'm going to see if we can figure out a way to start utilizing this mass assembler thingamabobber. And inside of him, we just have a bunch of crafting coprocessors. We have 12 of them. Well, no, 18. 9 up here, 9 down here, and 9 MEA pattern providers, which is what basically gives us each page. If I switch that out, I think we are able to have less pages in here, and then right-click on the assembler controller to assemble it. Yeah, this is going to hold a whole bunch of patterns, and it's basically just the lazy way of doing applied energistics because we do have access to, I want to say, the molecular assembler. Ooh, we might not. Interesting. I just know that this is how you do crafting with ME. A friend showed me, and we're going to try and utilize that. I want to see, does this actually take up any channels? Right-click, that'll disable. Device still online. That's interesting. Place right there. Do you take any channels? You take one channel for something. I don't think it's the energy cell. It must be this. This is 3 channels. 1, 2, 3. So it should unite to 4 here. And then 5 up here. Okay, so everything is making more sense as I stumble through this mod. Alright, so let's take a look at how crafting works with ME, Applied Energistics. We're going to put these patterns into this little pattern terminal, and we're going to turn ore substitution on. This allows substitution for inputs for things like a crafting table. We're just going to figure out what we can do. And oak, but ore dictionary substitution should allow that to be anything. We're going to take that out. Beautiful. The next thing, I wonder what these are for. Maybe some sort of acceleration thing. Are we able to make dense ones, or is that in a compressor? That's in a compressor. There's different types of crafting. There's processing and crafting. So right now we don't have any processing hooked up to our system. We're purely just normal crafting right now, as far as I can tell. I failed. I completely failed. The very first pattern should always be a blank pattern thing. Reason being that Well, you need more patterns to make more patterns, you know? So we're going to, let's see, I want to make, can I convince you to be something else? I might need to get a piece of Certus and replace that. I'm not entirely too sure that it will recognize the alternate recipe. It does for things like wood, but I'm not sure about quartz. I have experience where this doesn't like circuits, for example, so like integrated versus basic, not a happy camper. So in code, and make sure that's the very first pattern into our system. And now that is there, beautiful. I want to grab the stuff so that we can craft more patterns as a test. So let's grab 10 sets. Yoink, that's the 4 things we need for that, along with, let's grab some planks. Ooh, I'm running a bit low on that. The funny thing is, I'm still using this saw. It's good enough. I know that I can get more if I put it in a cutting saw. We get 6. But you know, I just like this. I love that. I think it's hilarious, and wood is free, so why not utilize the thing I like versus the thing I don't like. So we're going to put in the stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that everything? What else do I have in here? I know we need, let's see, the Certus. That's what we need to put in there. Beautiful. So these ingredients, we're now going to be able to actually craft something with it. So let's try crafting 10 of these. This is going to take up the crafting CPU, which is over there, and immediately make the crafting tables. It's so fast. Next, we're going to try making 10 of these using all the stuff we got down there. Boom, 10. I like it. The only issue that I'm not very fond of with ME is here I can put in a recipe and request things for that and then craft it here. ME, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I can't seem to like put a ghost pattern in here. Like, let's say I really want to make a Certus quartz knife. It only shows me what I have, and I need to identify other ways of getting it into here. I can't request it using a ghost craft. So pretty much everything that we craft on the regular, or even like once or twice, I'm going to be tempted to make a pattern for it and put it up here rather than craft what I need, put it in here, and then craft it here. It's just not nearly as elegant as the system down here. Now, the question is, if I hook up the system, I wonder, if we do the laggy thing, right? If we take this and we hook it up, down here a second ago, I didn't see any form of crafting tables. Now we see 10. The question I have is if I craft, yeah, now it's already feeling laggy here. I don't know if you're able to see that, but I'm able to see stuff now. So if I hit Alt and craft, no, that's not how to do it. If I craft some more, let's say 10, it's now missing planks for that. So we definitely, I do want to craft some of these. So craft, let's say 3 of them, and that's going to be in our actual system. It's trying to see our ME system, but it just thinks that we can craft things. Crafting it kind of being just pull it from the system. Super confusing to me, but super laggy. The question I have is, are we able to see 13 crafting tables? We can. Okay, so that gives me an idea. If we have a crafting request table hooked up with a bridge, could we possibly do ghost crafting without necessarily relying on a connection to the entire system? I don't know if that made any sense, but in my head it did. So we're going to grab this and this, and we're going to see if we can, we also need to power it. Okay, I'm going to set up a little power system, and we'll be right back. Alright, let's test this idea. I really want to be able to have something like this work. And also clean up my inventory just a little bit. We can just start tossing stuff in here. I'm gonna love being able to do this. So if let's say I really want to make a hopper, I either have to make an encoded pattern, like down here, or I have to smash something like this. But when I click here, I don't see a trapdoor. It's not a ghost pattern. This pulled from our system. So if I shift right, there's 12. I click here, there's now 7 in here because these are actual items. What I really want is to be able to do this and recognize that I have a way to craft trapdoors in here, just like logistics pipes. The only issue is I don't necessarily want to connect it down here because that'll just slow down the entire system. I don't want this spot connected to my massive logistics network. I want to be able to do it just right here. So if I click with this one, I'm going to do, most likely, to recognize mineral, because that's the wood I have in here. This is a ghost wooden trapdoor. See, there's still 12 in here. There's no trapdoor existing. I'm going to hit that button. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is what I wanted, without a doubt. Now I can craft, and then can I put it back into the system? Ooh, okay, I can't. One thing I could do is have like an export or like a default, something like that. I could have like an ME interface being a default. Oh, default, yeah. I can just right click on the bridge and now take this Whopper, yoink it into the system. It goes over that direction, and now we can see it here as well. So we can get the best of both worlds. We can have AE crafting with logistics pipe, ghost crafting. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And with a little luck, I think this system will compact it. So let's try requesting. Perfect, request works. Can I most likely, yoink, can I request that? Oh, I'm missing wood. See, that makes sense. It recognizes that the system is out of wood, and I can just go grab some more, get rid of the sand. Put it over here, place it inside our system so it's actually in our ME drives, which it gave me 164, which I'm pretty excited about. I do like that. So let's try requesting one again. Perfect, that was easy because it had a trapdoor. What if I request one more? Oh, well, all right, request another. Perfect. It made one, and now there should be a spare. Why is there no spare? That makes 2. Are you confused? There, oh, okay, it just needed to be refreshed, right? So if I request 1, 2, then it thinks there's 0, and if I hit refresh, because I made 1, 2, originally there was 1 in the system, it pulled that 1, and it crafted 2 trapdoors, so when I hit refresh, it has 1 trapdoor. Okay, alright, and I can seal this up, and it's a little bit cleaner. I like that. We're getting somewhere! HV, well, I can't use that because that's my record button, and that's why I just messed it up. So assembler, redstone, right? Red. This one, we can name this HV assemb glow. And now we can hook this up just like we do the other ones. Boom, redstone, fantastic, click away. This one will be, this one's glow. Did I pick red on that one? I did, cool. So now this is hooked up, but we have to deal with how to do export. One way, which is kind of tileable, is to have them have an ME interface in between. So yoink, and now we should be able to make either one of those. So I think one thing that I had in one of them was some 1K crafting thingamabobbers. Let's start that up and make sure it functions. Beautiful. It's on the slow side, so that's no concern. What does this guy craft? Illuminated panel. Illuminated panel. We're going to grab out 19 of those because we need more. Missing aluminum plate. Did I not put that in? Tisk tisk. So let's try that again. Let's actually make 5 of them. They're always useful. We're going to hit start and see if that functions. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. That one's a lot faster. Kaboom. Like that. How are you doing? You must have made it all and you pushed it into the system. Fantastic. The only issue I have with this is it's not tileable. I really want to be able to have all of the redstone or all of the assembler machines or processing whatever next to each other. I want to be able to have lots of crafting managers because everything's going to have tons of recipes, right? Like polyethylene assembler has a ton of recipes. So it needs to get into an ME interface from somewhere. So what's a possibility? Do I want to necessarily, I could put them on the bottom. That's an option. But then ME interfaces, how expensive are these guys? They take up a whole polylattice isometric, and they also take up a channel. Channels are valuable, and at the moment, I don't have a lattice chicken, and I can't until I think we have to go to Euclides for that. So these ME interfaces are very valuable. What's a solution? I could break this, and these are still on auto output. Maybe if I go with like an item, something just to move the items, that might work, like an item conduit. Let's see. We're just going to snake this over here and disconnect you and disconnect you. I want to see if, so this is on never active for extract, and this is going to be on insert. Let's see if that even works. We always need more of these, so let's pull those out and craft another 3. Start. The question is 1, does it auto output? 2, does it satisfy the craft if it does so? All right, it doesn't auto output now, so that part doesn't matter. I can put a always active here, and now it'll pull it to this ME interface, and let's watch the crafting here. Perfect. So I can use pretty much the exact same system that we used in the awesome base, right? In the big water quarry area, this area, I can use the same idea. So we have satellite pipes next to all of these, and then down below we can have an extraction item conduit, and that'll pull everything out. That is going to be pretty fantastic. All right, so that is starting to look a lot better. I didn't move this ME interface to here or here and move this guy over here because I really wanted to see if a smart cable could go through an ME interface, and it can. This has 2 of 8 channels because 1, 2. This guy is occupying 1, which you can see this guy has 3 lines on it. This guy has 1 line, that has 1 line. So the total on this smart cable is 5 of 8 channels. And then this one takes up 1, so 6 of 8 channels. Beautiful. Everything is pretty much working how I expected it, which makes me super, super happy. I imagine that we could probably put ME interfaces next to each other and they'll totally count, which is just fantastic. I love that so, so much. All right, so all of these should function. And let's test that, right? So pull out the 1Ks again. We're going to 1, 2, 3, request that, start. We'll always need more. Let's try getting some glass. Yeah, 2 is just not enough glass. Let's get 8 of that real fast. No CPUs are available. That's because this guy is stuck on this craft. Okay, so we definitely need to separate these. Just learned that right now. So crafting coprocessors and those, I need to build more of these, but those are so expensive. I don't want to necessarily make a lot more, but there's no point. I can't upgrade them, right? I can't take the 1K and increase it. I can't disassemble it or anything. So you might as well go all the way to 64 in my opinion. So by now it should be done with that. Let's try crafting up. We'll just do 4 of these. Start. Do-do-do. And we should see it pop into the system. Perfect. And the other thing was the illumination plates. Did these require glass? Is that a thing? Yeah, you do require glass. So let's actually pull out the glass. I want to see if you can do a multi-process step all on your own sim. And let's try and make 3 more of these. Fantastic. So start that up. This guy is making the glass. It pops into the system. It comes over to here. This guy makes the illumination panels. And that also goes to this ME interface and into our system. Whew! That is so beautiful. I love that. This is nice and clean. I can set this up in quite a few ways. I can have the smart cables on the back with the crafting managers on top. So many options available to us. However, I believe that's all we have time for in this episode, so we're going to have to wrap it up. In between episodes, I'm probably going to try and flush out this room a little bit and make it something fantastic. We're going to move some of our processing up here, and we're going to leave some of it down there for eventual ME hookup. It's going to be a slow process, but it should be okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We figured out a lot in this episode, including a nice clean way to do those assemblers. Look how pretty that is. I like it. All right. This has been Creeta. This has been Feed the Beast Interactions. Have a good one. Bye-bye.